All right, Shalom, we live.
Shalom, shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. All right, we good to go. So let's get into it. Supernatural phenomenons will increase as Babylon continues to fall. All right, it's getting heavy, man. All right, so let's get into it.
Non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity. This interaction is not new, and it's been ongoing. And there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that. There's zero doubt. Non-human intelligence exists. Non-human intelligence has been interacting with humanity. This interaction is not new, and it's been ongoing. And there are unelected people in the government that are aware of that.
All right, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Before we get started with this lesson, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
We're back at you with another live lesson through the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. And once again, the title of this lesson, the show here is Supernatural Phenomenons Will Increase as Babylon continues to fall. All right. So it's a lot happening right now, man. And really, this is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man, because as the Lord plagued ancient Egypt, he's going to do the same thing to spiritual Egypt, which is America, Babylon. Okay. So it's you getting ready to see we're gonna see some crazy things happen, man. Apparitions, spirits, creative adventures, as the scriptures say, and we're gonna get into all of that, man. We just want to show you that, you know, this man is he's really tapped into the left-hand side, and I like going into these topics just to show you that, you know, what this man is tapped into is very real. Just like how we're tapped in onto the right-hand side, you know, dealing with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua and the spirit. This man, this devil Esau, is tapped into the left. You got it, priest.
Right. So as you heard the general that we had on the screen, I forget his name, if I can pull that up real quick. But he's a very decorated man in the military. You know, he served under, you know, many different you know, alphabet groups. You know, he's trained, you know, different branches of the military. So he has high level clearance to know what's going on behind closed doors, which is why you heard him say, when they asked him the question while he was on that board, you know, is there knowledge of, you know, otherworldly intelligence? And he said, zero doubt that is true. Mm-hmm. Because as we, you know, were saying, these devils are highly tapped in to the left hand, man. All right. So as we always go into, you know, apostle elders, they taught us how these devils, they openly commune with Satan, man. All right. That's not, you know, sci-fi, you know, none of that. This is real life, because the spiritual realm is very well talked about when you read the scriptures, man.
Right.
Okay. And so, as he was saying, there is knowledge of, you know, otherworldly intelligence, and it's had influence on the earth, man. All right. So we just want to go into some scriptures, show some videos, just to show you how this place is getting more and more, you know, demonic. Because as we see Esau trying to establish his new world order, he's openly showing you who his power is, which is the spiritual demon Satan, man. All right, and his minions.
Yeah, this is real spiritual warfare, right? The right versus the left, good versus evil. All right, that's the balance in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Can somebody get that in the Apocrypha? How the Lord set the 2 verses 2, roughly paraphrasing. If you know what I said, I think it's like Sirach 33, somewhere in there. You know, it goes into the balance of the Most High, how he has good set against evil, right? But we wanted to get into this lesson here, like Priest was saying. You know, this is this world is demonic, all right, and it's only going to get worse as we see the spirits that's on these people, the psychotic behavior. All right, it seems like these deaths, like nowadays when you look in the news, these crimes, these deaths that are being committed, it's like next level, man.
It's highly demonic. Like, it was one that got reported about a couple of weeks ago. It was from some Northern Kingdom gang. They pretty much murdered this girl, and it was like a sacrificial ritual. You know, they found like the demonic writings, you know, where they killed that girl at, man, and you could tell it was a ritual, you know. So these deaths are becoming more demonic, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I had something that y'all didn't. If I did, go ahead.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 33 and verse 14.
Yep.
Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner.
That's right.
And the sinner against the godly.
Yep. Keep going.
So look upon all the works. So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are 2 and 2, one against another.
Beautiful, man. It said, look upon the works of the Most High. All right. This is the balance of the Lord, man. Good against evil. All right. Sinner against the ungodly. Really, pretty much there's war on every level, man. Right. But the point that we're making is that the Most High is behind it all.
Right. And just to add to your point, because what we're starting to see is the Most High is thinning the veil between the spiritual realm to where we're going to start seeing more quote unquote supernatural things taking place, just like what happened during ancient Egypt, man. You know? So real quick, this is 2nd Ezra 13 and 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Because when they hear us talk about these things, a lot of people, they disregard the spiritual realm, you know, so-called supernatural events, because Esau, through his science and his, you know, mysticism, he has made this, you know, if you can't see it, it's not a real mentality, man. You know, so the Most High, as he's beginning to do things, these people have no explanation outside of this has to be, you know, some supernatural, like this is the Lord. Right? Because there's no other explanation that they can use to describe what we're seeing taking place. It says, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So this is what's going on, man. All right, like you said, it's war on every level now, man. And the Most High is the one that's orchestrating all this because, hey, we know this is Satan's world. So he's allowing Satan to, you know, have that last hoorah before Yahushua returns and sets everything right, man.
That's it.
You know? So these devils, they're fully tapped in to show what power they're bringing out, man.
That's right.
So we're gonna see more demonic, you know, activity going on, you know, or like some paranormal activity, like these exorcism type movies. This shit is real. You know? And like I said, we got the videos to show you that these Edomites are telling you that it's real, man. So.
I got 2 before we get into the clips, unless brothers hold anything. But I just wanted to add to that Sirach 33 verses 14 to 15 we just brought out about the balance, how the Lord has said everything, you know, one against the other, right? So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 42, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 42, in verse 24. It says, all things are double, one against another, and he have made nothing imperfect. You see that? So once again, tying it back to who? To Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, who's in control of everything. Can you give me Isaiah 45 and 7 just to kind of seal that?
Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. So I get Isaiah 45 and 7, it says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things.
Yeah, there you go. See, the Lord is in control. He creates the good, the evil. All right, the bad, the good. He said, I, the Lord, create all these things, man.
That's right.
All right. So as we are witnessing now with our own eyes, the judgment of Babylon, you're going to see as the Vatican issued out the warning about more spiritual phenomenons, more apparitions. All right. The Lord is about to allow these spirits, these demons, you know, to plague this place. This is why people are bugged the fuck out here, man. This is why you see in this society wax worse and worse every day, because this is a demonic world. All right. You know, you got it, brothers.
Before we get that, matter of fact, you can get that first. Can you pull up the video with the how you say they have a weapon to make people start seeing demons and all that?
The weapons. Damn, did I just delete that? Hold on, bear with me 1 second. All right, I think I just took it down. Let me pull it back up.
Okay.
Right.
While you get that, you can read it.
Okay. This is from the Geneva Bible. It's Ephesians chapter 6, and we'll start at verse 10. It reads, "Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might.
Mhm.
Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the assaults of the devil."
Right, and that armor is essential in these times that we're coming into, because that's going to give you the stability to be able to get through these times, man. Because the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, that's part of that armor as well, and you're going to have the answers to be able to calm your spirit when you start seeing these things take place, man. It's going to pretty much, you have like the helmet of faith, a helmet of salvation, like the shield of faith, all the different things that we're going to list. But that's what's going to help you be able to fight against this flesh that's going to want you to bug out, man. Because we're in a high level of spiritual warfare right now, and we're under heavy demonic assault every day, and it's only getting worse and worse, man.
That's right.
Yeah, we got to be fully equipped. We got to be fully equipped with the knowledge of the Most High, with the Spirit, man.
Exactly.
Because as we talked about, the point of this lesson is what? Spiritual warfare, man.
Yep.
Right? So if you're not equipped with the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Awashai, you're gonna be taken out here, man.
That's right.
You got it.
Verse 12, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, and against the worldly governors, the princes of the darkness of this world."
Right, because see, Jake don't understand how deep this shit really is, man. This devil, they don't think that this so-called white man is really tapping into Satan, man. They think it's just like a surface level black and white. No, this man deals directly with Satan, man.
Right.
One of the first videos I saw when I came into the truth was the elders breaking down how when these elites, had their little round table meetings or whatnot, they leave a chat open to where the spiritual demon Satan will literally appear to them and consult with them. So they deal right, face to face with these demons, and they get the instruction to go do what they do, man.
Sure.
So this is real deep shit that we're going into, man, to show you that this is real, literally righteousness versus wickedness on a high level, man. The elites of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah versus the elites of the damn wicked, man.
That's right.
Yep. I got that video for you, priest.
Con. Finish this out first. Go ahead.
It says, against the worldly governors, against the princes of the darkness of this world.
Right, prince of the darkness of this world, because when you go into King James and look up that, it goes into a hierarchy of demons. These, like I said, these devils literally consult with spirits. They're actually casting spirits on people, man. And everything that we see in this world is helping influence these people to attract more demons and spirits to them, man.
Right.
Yep.
Just to add to your point, as you see these musicians are being brought to the forefront, these actors and actresses are being exposed to commune with these spirits, how much more these leaders?
Exactly.
How much more the people that are in the position of governing the people?
Exactly.
Just to add to your point of how these people that are in these high-ranking positions, they communicate with spirits, these demons, on a high level, man.
Facts.
It says, against spiritual wickedness, which are in the high places.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
that shows you, bro. This is deep shit. This is why we need the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah to be with us in these times, because it's only gonna get worse from here, man.
So, man,
Yeah.
I get that right quick. Isaiah, just to add to the brother's point, we always grab this, but it's in season. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. You can speak on it, priest. "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure."
Yeah, wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation, because the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is what's going to help keep you sane when you start seeing all these crazy things that's going to take place, man. Because like I said, the majority of the world ain't going to have an answer when they start seeing these, these apparitions and stuff starting to appear, because now you're starting to see more and more of these videos of these spirits reveal themselves, man.
Right.
Like you see a lot of these people with those ring cameras, they're catching these demons on camera. People are literally, you're watching them become possessed and go and do shit.
Yep.
So the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of what's going to keep us sane in that day, because we understand at the end of the day, we're not supposed to be afraid of these spirits, all right? Because we have Yahweh Bashim Yahushua with us, man. And the scriptures tell you that, hey, the Lord, He's over these demons, man. All right. So when you have the name you can literally rebuke those demons and they'll, they'll flee from you, man.
That's right.
So that's what's going to keep you stable in the times to where all this demonic shit is taking place, man. Yeah, we see these stuff and get shook up, but then the spirit takes back over, and then we're like, look, this is all Yahweh Shemi Al-Shai is behind us at the end of the day. Satan and these demons can't do nothing unless the Lord allows them to, man. So that's the common piece that we have versus what the rest of the people in this world got, man.
Fear the Lord.
That's it.
Tom.
You got it, Asha.
Guys, if your assessments here are correct, these are very covert weapons, aren't they?
That's correct. There's no entry or exit wound. How they're designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things.
And you guys also said that these attacks are happening right here in this city. Is that correct?
I mean, there have been some that have gone public with respect to Washington, D.C.
I think it was Mr. Grozev said you spoke to a Russian agent who said that they believe that Americans are using these same weapons on them. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Might that have something to do with part of the CIA's motive to cover up the existence of this tech and these weapons?
That is a very logical possibility.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. Chair now recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Goldman, for his round of questions.
So pretty much the feds are using weapons against Americans, which is known as the Havana syndrome, where they can put these weapons on people and make people basically bug the fuck out.
Right.
Make them see things, make them have particular thoughts. Right. This is some real warfare right here, man.
Right. That's why you have a rise up, or what they call they would call like demon face syndrome. What they were talking about, to where you having people reporting how when they look at people, they said their faces turning to demons, because what's happening with Esau using these weapons on the public, he's opening portals to allow these demons to start messing with people, man. And on top of that, you got all these people on all these different type of drugs, which are also pathways to open you up to demons. That's why they legalizing all these hardcore drugs like heroin, crack and weed and wherever else. Yeah. These things are portals to open you up to the spiritual realm, man. Versus the lifestyle that you live. These are all byproducts that bring demons to you.
Right.
Man.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our witnesses for being here. Mr. Grozev, I want to follow up a little bit on the interactions you've had with Russian intelligence about these AHIs. And Mr. Zaid, I want to ask, and this is a hypothetical, but I'm trying to understand why our government would try to block information sharing or conceal information that they have. And one thing that comes to mind is whether there's an operational risk to revealing any of the details of their investigation. Is that something that you have come across in any of your work?
There's a lot of reasons why the information might not be publicly released. And I do think that's something we could address more in a classified environment to explain that. But there are understandable reasons why the U.S. government has not revealed much of what it knows.
There's some long-term things that need to be
Pause
done.
that right there real quick, Bob.
You
I
act.
want to make a quick point. I got you. Because when you watch the first video we played, he had the same type of answer when they asked him, why is this not a more well-known thing? And so, like I said, these all these Edomites that's coming out speaking these things, it's like they have a playbook that they're allowed to bring out, but then they're only allowed to say but so much, before they start rolling it back in. Because if the public truly understood what this government was doing against them, there would be a public outcry. But these people are so docile and stupid to where things like this should be mainstream news. This is literally your government declaring war on the public.
Yeah.
You still got idiots out here thinking the government is for the people.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta talk about.
God, right quick. Psalms chapter 64 and verse 1. Hear my prayer, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Pardon me. Hear my voice, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
Right. And if you understood what goes on with the seat council of the wicked, you would see how these damn elites are conspiring to make this world more demonic and to put demons on people, you know? So this is why we're asking the Lord for that covering. Because literally when you're out on your everyday, you're encountering people with legions of demons on them, man. You aren't really interacting with people in their normal self, man. Everybody in this world that you see is possessed by some type of demon, man. Go ahead.
Who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words.
Right, because just like how that man was speaking about how, you know, why is this not more talked about? And he was like, well, we could talk about this in a more, you know, classified environment because they don't want the public to know too much about what's being done behind the scenes. Because if they did, bro, it'd be pandemonium out here, man. You know, so they're able to reveal to you some, but then they dial it back to make it seem like it's not as important as it should be. You know, so that's how you know that's the trickery of the devil, man.
Yep. This is the last verse.
Mm-hmm.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Right, and that's going into how Esau is declaring war against the Israelites, man. Because we're the main recipients of all this, of what they're doing, man. Because all these attacks are mainly for Jake. All right, like you said, this is why you see the music, the television, you know, all avenues of where our people are into is all to put more demons on Jake to get us further away from Yahweh Shem Yahushai and make them worship Satan, man. Because when Esau can get our people to worship Satan, he ultimately he wins, you know, because that makes us detached from Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
But in the short term,
I have one more about Messiah.
You got one? Okay, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 32:7. It says, the instruments also of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak of right. And this is going into some of the instruments of the churl, man. That mischievousness that he's using to pretty much destroy the people with, man. Why are you using weapons to send demons on people, man? If this is you're the ruler of this world, would you not want your people operating in the best capacity they could to serve you? But yet he's using his devices to destroy the very people that he needs to serve him, man. That shows you this nigga is merciless, man.
And when you read that in the commentary for the Psalm 64:2, it says their methods cannot afford to be those of honest opposition.
Yeah, everything done in secret. Maliciousness, wickedness done in secret. Because like it was that quote I had from one of them small hats. They said if the people really understood what we the small hats, you know, think of them, they would want to genocide all of us, roughly paraphrasing, man. Because these are some sick, twisted individuals, man.
Yeah, these are the people that's ruling, man. Like we said earlier, this is spiritual warfare at its highest level, man. This is witchcraft at its highest form here, man.
And it's so downplayed, it's not even funny, man.
Mm-hmm.
You got it, bro.
there's some long-term things that needs to be done in terms of new acts. But in the short term, we need to do things like implement the original Havana Act. DOD still hasn't done it. They still have not implemented the Havana Act. And we need a VA diagnostic code. Thanks to the VFW brothers and sisters that are here today and for your meeting earlier. We don't have a VA diagnostic code for the 500 some DOD survivors. How are they going to get long-term care and disability without that?
Well, I hope this issue you see in a room that is often contentious, explosive.
So that's the point there, man. We'll leave it there. So you seeing that your own so-called government is like you said, is waging war against you, man.
Right.
All right. So just wanted to play that real quick. So let's get into this video, getting into the main part of this lesson here. You had something, Quanawaf?
Oh, no.
Okay. So getting into the main part of this lesson here, all right, dealing with the article that came out from the Vatican about the supernatural phenomena, right? So here's a news clip just to kind of get into it, right? So it says Vatican releases new supernatural guidelines, right?
And just to add a caveat to that, it's the spirit. This article dropped the day that was it King Charles dropped that picture
Mm-hmm.
And amongst that picture, it was all type of demonic symbols and shit in that picture. So this came out that same day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they let, like I did the lesson, they're letting you know these devils that are in high positions of power, the rulers that be, are letting you know who they serve.
Exactly.
You know?
Dr. Paul Thigpen with a PhD in historical theology and author of the best-selling book titled Extraterrestrial Intelligence and the Catholic Faith. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So you and Congressman Tim Burchett were on News Nation's podcast, Reality Check with Ross Coulthart. Love that podcast. The congressman said he believed the Vatican knows that extraterrestrial life exists. He was very confident. I know you've been following this for a very long time. What do you make of what the Vatican is saying this morning?
Well, I've only found one news site actually reporting that it was going to mention aliens, and they didn't attribute that data point. If you look at the website for it, it limits itself to talking about apparitions and related paranormal phenomena. And it's supposed to be kind of an update of protocols that the Vatican had for handling.
So this is the Vatican warning you, right? So isn't the Vatican supposed to be this prestige religious, entity that people, look to,
Right.
So they're letting you know, like, look, prepare for more supernatural phenomena, apparitions, spirits, demons,
Right.
So this is something that should be in the forefront of the news right now, man. Right?
Yeah.
Because like you said, the Vatican, that's supposed to be like the world's spiritual leader, right?
Right.
So,
May I do
Right.
a quick precept?
You got it.
This is Luke chapter 18 and verse 8. I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth? And the fact that these people aren't paying attention to these things that are, prevalent to their estate, pertaining to these apparitions and these things and these evils increasing and the prophecies coming to pass, shows these people don't really have faith in the scriptures, man.
Mhm.
I got one for you real quick. This is Matthew 24. Where does it say the iniquity shall abound?
Matthew 24 and 12.
God. Matthew 24 and 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. And when you go into iniquity, it means, sin. All right.
Mhm.
So as this world gets more demonic, all right, it says the love of many shall wax cold. It says wax cold goes into psycho. So these people are going to act more psychotic, more demonic because they're being possessed by, these demonic entities that Esau is warning you is happening.
When you go into that psycho, and it goes into the meaning, it goes into waning love. So we understand love, according to the scriptures, is the keeping of the commandments.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these people that are moving in this unruly, riotous spirit is what's, like you guys said, opening them up to more and more spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These left-handed forces are very real, man.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shah has given Babylon over to these spirits, man.
Cases like that. So they only started a few minutes ago. You have them there live right now. So I haven't really had the chance to hear what they've said or to see the document itself. My guess is that it will probably not mention aliens. I would be surprised if it did, and all things are possible. But I think it's going to focus on apparitions and the kind of paranormal phenomena that often accompany apparitions. So by apparitions, we mean people who claim to see Jesus or the Virgin Mary or angels or other saints,
Sure.
and sometimes to hear things as well.
So is there evidence of angels and aliens being one of the same? Do you believe that could be true, sir?
I think what we're encountering right now in the UAP studies is probably different things. There are a few things that I think seem to fit a demonic profile, but I don't think the majority of them do. Others, I suppose, could be angelic sightings, but I think it likely that we're talking about some other things too. Genuine extraterrestrial intelligence, perhaps intelligent species that are crypto here on Earth. I think it could be a lot of things, and maybe angels are one of them, but we'll have to.
Quick scripture. It's Salaki for the lag on the video. But get that one in James. The devils also believe. Yeah, get that real quick, because these devils that are in authority, that are in the high positions of power, they're fully aware of the right hand, the angels of the Lord.
Right.
You know,
Because you see how he was just, with the forked tongue, he acknowledged, the demonic and the angelic presence, and then he had to go and throw some bullshit in there, just talking about extraterrestrial life and cryptids and all that. So you gotta, read between the lines of what this devil is doing, man.
God.
So James chapter 2, verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God. Thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble.
The devils also believe and tremble, and don't get it twisted. Esau is fully aware of the right hand side, Yahweh Shemel Shai, the host, the heavenly host, the angels, which have been always visiting this place. You know, that's why I want to say 3-4 years ago, when the big deal it came out were about how the feds were pretty much declassifying all of this evidence that they had about the chariots existing, things like that. You know. So, but hey, as the Lord said, everything that has been hidden is now being brought forth to the light, man. So everything is coming out at the end of this thing, man.
Right.
You know?
Because, like you said, since all the, the talk of the chariots have been, coming out throughout the years, Esau has been, talking about the demonic, influence as well. Because a lot of these videos that we're bringing out, these are, older videos.
Mm-hmm.
So, as they have a saying in the world, if you believe in Satan, then there must be a Most High, as well. So these devils, they understand that we know they worship Satan, so they know that it is a who you call God. He has to exist too, and so that's why they're doing all this, trying to gather up all this power from the left hand, because they believe in their demented mind that with that left hand power, they're going to be able to fight against the Most High and win. But they don't realize that left hand power is coming from the Most High too. So you're in a trick bag.
That's it. Matter of fact, before I play it, get Proverbs 16:4.
Mm-hmm.
That's the spirit.
This is Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil, man. You see that? The wicked themselves, these spirits, these apparitions, you name it, man. All right. The left hand of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
See,
Dr. Thigpen, I'm curious here. How do you prove an apparition, especially to non-believers out there?
well, it's maybe hard to prove to non-believers in some ways, but the kind of evidence that the appropriate officials would gather would be first to try to determine the facts of what happened. So somebody reports that there was a light in the sky, that others see it. Any other evidence of it? Is the truth being told? The people who are making the report, they would want to look into their background some. Do they seem to be people of integrity? Could there be medical or psychological issues there? So that to try to rule out things like hallucination or even hoax, counterfeiting. They look at the content of it to see, what's being said. If someone claims, for instance, makes a claim like God and Satan are the same being or something, they would say, yeah, that's probably not divine. And also just verifiable information. If somebody says, okay, Virgin Mary came to me and said that on such and such a date the world will end, and it didn't end, that's pretty good evidence, that it wasn't true. So there are more, people don't realize, I think there are many more apparitions that the Vatican would say, nope, we don't have evidence, than those that it would approve. Those are few.
They do their research for sure. And like you mentioned, the Vatican is actually releasing those findings right now. We just started a few minutes ago. But David Grush, he told a News Nation special correspondent Ross Coulthart the Vatican was in possession of a UFO aircraft from 1933. Do we have time to listen to that, guys?
That's all bullshit. Like you say, you gotta chew the meat, spit out the bones, man. So as these disclosures are coming out, right? Esau, like you said, he's gonna throw the bullshit in there to cause confusion, all right? Because these devils, they ain't got no access to no UFOs, chariots, no chariot crash. Esau took the parts and fucking engineered it into something. That's all madness, man.
Yeah.
No,
they got alien corpses from the crash and shit. That's all bullshit.
Come on, man. But the point, as we harping on, right? The spiritual warfare is very real. Can you hold 1 John and get 1 John chapter 5 verses 18 through 21, and then get 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse was it verse 6? Only now he will let it for let. Give me them two scriptures real quick, and then I want to add this in there.
This is you go first, John.
It's 1 John chapter 5 and verse 18. We know that whosoever is born of the Most High sinneth not, but he that is begotten of the Most High keepeth himself, and that wicked one toucheth him not.
That's right. Keep going.
And we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness.
Right now, real quick, get that word for lieth in that verse. We know that the whole world lieth in wickedness. All right. Job 9 and 24. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right. Satan governs this world, man. All right. Through Esau.
Right. If you don't know how to find that in scripture, that what the brother just quoted, that's in Matthew the 4th chapter, when he told Yahushua after he brought him up on that high mountain. He told him, look, you can have all this if you just bow and worship me. And that's what you see these devils doing, man.
That's it. You want me to just jump to the point in that?
Yeah, you got it.
God, it's, Strong's G2749. It's Kimai. It says in definition 2, section C, lies in the power of the evil one, i.e., is held in subjection by the devil.
Yeah, this world is held in subjection by the devil, man. All right. For all you non-believers out there, all you people that try to say this is a conspiracy and all of this shit. No, the people who run this world, these trillionaires, these bankers, these elites, all right, they're tapped in with Satan, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, through the rituals, through everything that's been coming out in Hollywood. You know, you have certain so-called celebrities exposing the rituals, all right, the things that they have to do to maintain the power, the fame, to keep the fame. All right, this is all real shit, man. Right, and this is why, like we're reiterating in this lesson here, as we get closer to the return of the Lord is going to plague this place with more apparitions and spirits, man. All right. Here's another example here, right? And then we'll get that next scripture. Let's play this real quick.
One of the ways that we actually know that demons are becoming more powerful is we actually keep statistics in our community. Because I've been doing solemn exorcisms for 15 years, and I've been doing regular other exorcisms, minor exorcisms, for about 17 years. And so we started keeping statistics. And what we started to notice is that in relationship to possession, where demons actually possess people, the number of possessions is statistically remaining the same. It's 0.5% of the general population, 0.5%. So 1 out of every 200 people is likely possessed. And of those people that come to us, it's about that same statistic. But statistically, when you're talking about diabolic obsession, the amount of rates of diabolic obsession are drastically on the rise. When you talk to exorcists, what they're finding out is that the statistical number, the average, I polled several of the top exorcists in this country, and I asked them, what percentage do you think of the adult population in this country is diabolically obsessed, which I'll talk about in a minute. Every single one of us came up with the same statistic, 25%. Diabolic oppression is also on the rise, but for different causes. Diabolic oppression is also on the rise. We figure that the average number of people that are being diabolically oppressed is somewhere between 10 and 15% of the population is diabolically oppressed. It's an indicator that the diabolic influence is drastically increasing, and it's increasing for a variety of different reasons. It's increasing because people are doing a lot of evil things. Every mortal sin, this is something I tell people, every mortal sin is an open door to possession. In fact, mortal sin by its nature takes the person out from underneath the authority structure of God and places the person underneath the authority structure of Satan. The proper effect of mortal sin is possession.
I want to add something real quick, and this is why, as you were saying, Priest, everything, the morals of these people are getting worse. Things are getting more demonic. The music, the television, the movies, the people. All right, the things. Sin and transgression is glorified in the society. You see that? So when you understand it, you understand why people are the way that they are. All right. I got something real quick I wanted to add in there. All right. This is Isaiah 60 and 2. And it reads, it says, for behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. You see that? It says, but the Lord Yahweh Shema shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. Now, the point where it said that gross darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, right? And when you go into that word darkness, it goes into wickedness, sin, and transgression. Around those lines, just showing you that the state of the people has waxed worse, right? So as he's breaking this down,
Right.
you know, you're seeing those demonic effects on these people get gradually worse. You know,
Kind. We'll go into a couple of definitions of what he was saying so that, you know, the listeners can understand what's being said. So before Quanwap get that, I just want to go into this word diabolical real quick. In the etymology online, diabolical, it means pertaining to the devil. It means befitting the devil. So as the world has become more diabolical, which means this world has been fitted to worship its God, which the God of this world is Satan, man. You know, so that's why you read Isaiah 60. All right, because this world has become, you know, engrossed in gross darkness, man. Everything about this world is dark. You look at the people, everybody outside of the truth, their countenance has a dark vibration to it. These people have a negative, you know, a vibe to them. You know, they're doing all type of wicked, you know, demonic acts, you know, adultery, you know, murder,
Yep.
you know, all type of, you know, different shit, man. You know, because these people are giving over to demons.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, and all that shit is pushed heavily on social media. Like you said, you see, you know, so-called cheating and adultery pushed heavily, man. It's glorified.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the shit that people are into, the culture, you know, wickedness is put on a pedestal, man.
Yep.
You see that? And this is why, and there's no wonder why this place is going down fucking hill.
Exactly.
You know? You have something else?
Kind. So it's an article going into that diabolical oppression, obsession, and possession. And it reads here, in regards to obsession, it says, sometimes demons, including Satan himself, go beyond merely tempting a person and wage a more intense assault. This sort of assault can happen to those who give the devil an entree or entry into their lives by willfully engaging in sin, playing with heresy, becoming inordinately interested in the occult, meaning hidden things or naturally veiled, delving into things like communing with the dead in reference to Ouija boards, divinations, as such as using tarot cards, and the drugs.
Yeah,
not
that's
to cut you off, but all of that shit is trendy in this society. People are tapped into fucking astrology, right? The tarot cards, especially you nigga women out there, the voodoo, the tarot cards and shit.
Yep.
You know, you all into that left hand shit, man. The use of drugs, everything, man. That's the way of the people now, man.
Bro, that's black culture personified, bro.
Con.
You gotta talk about. You gonna say something?
No, I was gonna add. Zaquan had the spirit on to make that point. You know, it's intentional defilement, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these devils are intentionally putting these things out there so that you can defile yourselves and further your connection from your power, man.
And make it cool.
Yeah.
Make it like that's the end thing to do.
Exactly.
God. Continuing on, it says, the present day ghost hunting craze carries with it a huge risk in that demons very often masquerade as ghosts. You know, so pretty much as y'all saying, all these different occult practices, you know, delving into these different spiritual so-called lifestyles, you're opening these portals, you know, to be, you know, oppressed and obsessed by these demons, man.
That's it. Just that new age bullshit. You know? We'll finish it out. Are you saying something, Salakia?
No, I was just adding to you, New Age religion. You know, these people have put themselves within the confinements of all of these various practices, man.
Yeah.
This is their order. So,
yep. And it's Salakia.
No, Salakia, but you got it.
No, I was just want to say that all of that shit has been disguised. It is really Satanism. It's really, you know, it's all been put out as this thing, you know, worshiping yourself and connecting, you know, tapping into yourself and all of this shit. You see it all on social media,
right?
You know, all that is just another form of Satanism, man.
Hey, the add to you is the spirit you said that because I was watching an interview yesterday dealing with that rapper Ab Soul, and a few years back he had dropped an album called "Do As Thou Wilt," And there was, interview him like, why did you name that album that? And he was like, just going into the research of music, Aleister Crowley, he has a very influential background in music. And it was like when he went into it, he said it captivated him, man, because he was influenced off of how heavy Aleister Crowley's influence is throughout, history.
But what that bug out damn near do? He tried to jump off a bridge and kill himself. Look at the byproduct of what you niggas are involving yourselves with, man.
I have a little bit more on this.
You got it.
It says certain forms of mental illness can be caused by or attract the demonic.
See?
The demons see weakness, they attack, and some of the mentally ill are victims of the diabolical.
Yeah, so people that's like depressed, have addictive, addictions, different bipolar. These are all spirits. You open yourself up to, man.
Yep.
And when you claim it, that's you allowing a demon to come in.
Man.
That's why they said words are powerful too, man. You gotta go.
It says you may well feel or find that as you grow in virtue and holiness, you will be subjected to this sort of demonic attack.
Isaiah 59:15.
Yeah, this stuff is heavy, man. This is some heavy stuff here, man.
Man.
People have no clue of what they dealing with, what they tapping into, man. You got it, bro.
Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 15. Yeah, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey.
Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what the brother just read, man. Because when you are trying to, detach yourself from the darkness and come into the light, these demons, they're on you. They want you. That's why what Yahushua told Peter, man. He said, Satan desires to sift you as wheat. Satan wants the elect, man, because he already has possession of the 2/3. That's why the other scriptures talk about how the prince of the power of the air, he pretty much has the children of disobedience, roughly paraphrasing.
Ephesians, the 2nd chapter.
So he's accomplished his duty on getting the rest of the world, but he wants the elect, though, man.
Right, because Yahushua told Peter in that following verse that he prayed for his faith, that it don't fail.
Exactly.
And we pray that our faith don't fail in Yahweh Shema Shai, because, hey, if you don't have the faith in Yahweh Shema Shai, all of these evils are going to overtake you, man.
Right. Which is why we do these videos to exhort you brothers and you sisters to get your faith established within Yahweh Shema Shai as well, man. Because as we see, you got niggas claiming to be teachers amongst the circumcision that's putting demons on people, man. So this is how this is true spiritual warfare, man.
Yep. Let's go on this verse.
Right.
Isaiah 59:15 in the latter, and Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
Right. It displeased him that there is no judgment, man, because wickedness is rewarded here, man. Hey, the demonic activity is rewarded here. You're upheld when you bring forth, these type of activities to ensnare our people in it, man. So this is why Yahweh Shema Shai is going to bring forth such a grave judgment until you idolaters, you all you wicked people out here, man. The Lord's gonna get with every last one of you niggas, man. Because you're helping keep his people from coming back unto him.
Yep. Man, this place is getting judged. I wanted to just bring that word out that I was talking about in Isaiah 60 and verse 2 for that word darkness, which in the Hebrew is kashak. It looks like kashak. And it says figuratively, misery, destruction, death, ignorance, sorrow, wickedness, man. And that's the state of the people as we're reading here, or not reading, as we're watching in this video. Let me go back, so when people are opened up to these things, this is what happens, right? As he's saying, the diabolical, what do you call it? Diabolical possession,
obsession.
Yeah, it's all increasing, all right, because the world is getting worse, all right. I'll finish it out unless you had anything else you brothers had to add in.
I did want to just finish this last little paragraph.
Yeah, you got it. Finish it out, brother.
Yeah. It said, you may find that as you grow in virtue and in holiness, you will be subject to this sort of demonic attack. Most of the blasphemous thoughts might come to you while praying. Maybe you will be tormented by certain lustful or blasphemous or otherwise painful thoughts, seemingly out of nowhere on a regular basis.
Man.
But most especially when you're engaged in prayer. Depression, a sense of isolation, a feeling of loss or hope, sensing a dark presence, all of these can be examples of obsession.
Right. And we all deal with that on a high level in this faith, man.
Heavy.
Because these demons want to overthrow our belief in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So we can attest to that personally, each and every one of you brothers and sisters. All right. So this is how imperative this is to understand what you're involved in, man.
Facts.
You need that cloak, you know, from Yahweh Shai, man, to be able to continue on and fight the good fight of faith, man.
Gone. Hey, can you give me real quick before we go back? You had any more, Quanawa?
We can go ahead in the video. It's a little bit more, but it'll touch on later.
Okay, Con, bring it out. But real quick, get the word principalities in Ephesians 6. I meant to get that earlier. Just get that real quick, and then we'll go back to the video.
Ephesians 6 and 12, that word principalities. All right, so this is Strong's 674. A parquet. Yeah, parquet. It says definition 5, I think. The first place, principality, rule, magistracy of angels and demons. You want that part?
Yeah, that's it right there. Principalities, spirits, man. This is what we war against. It said we war against not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, right? Them spirits, man.
Because the whole time we've been going into this, what's the Edomites been talking about? The acknowledgement of the presence of angels and demons.
There you go.
A lot of evil things. Every mortal sin, this is something I tell people, every mortal sin is an open door to possession. In fact, mortal sin by its nature takes the person out from underneath the authority structure of God and places the person underneath the authority structure of Satan. The proper effect of mortal sin is possession. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody who commits a mortal sin becomes possessed, because even though the person opens the door, God is the one who determines whether the demon gets to step across the threshold. And so that means that by the mercy of God, most people who commit mortal sin do not become possessed. But the number of evil things that people are doing is opening up the door to demons getting more influence in this life. Then, of course, there's the increase in the occult.
And if I could get a quick precept just to substantiate that, what was just said.
That's heavy.
All right, this is Romans chapter 1, verse 24. It says, wherefore Yahweh Shem Yahushua also gave them up to uncleanness through the lust of their own hearts, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves. Now, when you go into this, you go into how, you know, these people are given over to that most spirit, but this goes for all the, demonic spirits, man. Because these demons, they prey on your lust, man. This is why the scriptures, preach temperance, man. Because if you're not temperate in your doings, man, those demons will prey on that lust to where, whether it's your greed, your lust, whatever you got that you're dealing with, these demons will amplify that if you don't have a hold on it, and the Lord will give you over to that spirit if you're not worshiping him right, man.
Yeah.
But so, like, man, I get a quick piece of to go with that.
You got
Psalms 81 and verse 11. It says, but my people will not hearken to my voice, and Israel will none of me. So I gave them up unto their own heart's lust, and they walked in their own counsels. And that's what you see everybody out here doing that's not walking in the path of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You were given over to your own counsel, and now we're seeing the fruit of it.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's why when you look at and concerning our people, all right, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and Hispanics, when you look at Jake is weird as fuck, man. Yeah. All these men are moles, right? All these women are studs and lesbos and shit. Niggas walking around with painted fingernails and tattoos all over their face and green, yellow hair and shit. Right. You just see Jake is bugged the fuck out, man.
Right. And if
demons.
Right. And if they not even outrightly doing it, right, by you simply just condoning it, you obviously have something wrong with you because you don't see anything wrong with it.
Right. Or just seeing how these Jake, they may not have the outward appearance of the weirdo shit, but then you start looking at how these niggas is moving and talking and acting.
Yep.
They weird, bro. Like these people in this world are extremely weird now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every nigga got painted nails now. God damn.
Yeah, it's over.
Crazy.
The nigga got that gothic, dark ass vibe to him. And then, like I
Con.
said, majority of these niggas is modes. The men are feminine, the women are masculine, bro. It's just all weird, bro.
Can I read this real quick?
You got it.
It's that same article going into demonic possession. And it says this is what happens when one or more demons enter into and at least periodically exert control over the body.
Man.
They cannot possess the soul unless the soul is freely given to the evil one. So this is what we're seeing taking place is people through these various acts are freely giving themselves over to these spirits, man. It says only the body is overtaken. It may not be so obvious, but the symptoms are present in terms of what is easily visible. The victim may appear entirely normal, but in many cases, they're subject to periods of loss of control over their body and exhibit such things as disgust or an outrage at holy people and holy objects, and unnatural change to the voice and making of animal sounds such as growling. It says knowledge of things they can't naturally have knowledge of, such as languages that they've never spoken, or even being exposed to. Knowledge of the sins and secrets of others. That's pretty much the point.
And these things that we're reading is not far-fetched because these very acts are written about in the scriptures.
Right.
You had the man that was possessed by Legion.
Yeah, they made mention of Mark 5th chapter in this.
Oh, see, there's other examples, man. That show you, this is real shit. And then just to add to you, real quick, just show you how it says that these spirits will actually possess people. This is Matthew 12 and Matthew 12. Damn, I just lost it. Hold on.
Yeah, that's why when you go downtown, you'll see random homeless people. You might see a homeless nigga with a damn syringe needle in his neck talking to himself.
But hey, the elders was going into that. Them they call them derelicts or whatnot. These niggas, you see them talking to himself and shit like that. They on them drugs, bro. They literally be seeing them demons. They be communicating with them demons, man. So that's why, because those drugs or whatever they on, that shit has opened them up to be able to see them, on that plane, man.
Exactly.
But this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. This is why it's a blessing for you brothers and you sisters that have came into the truth, because we all had demons on us at one point or another, man.
Yes.
When we came into the truth, those demons hopped off of us. So this is Matthew 12 and 43. It says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest and findeth none. Now, when you go into this word spirit, this is G4151. I think it's pneuma. That's how you say it. So you go to definition C. It says a spirit higher than man, but lower than God, i.e. an angel. Definition 1. It says used of demons or evil spirits who were conceived as inhabiting the bodies of men. Because these bodies are portals that allow spirits to come in and out of, man.
And if I may add, we're all subject to these things, right? Because you either fall into the possession side of it, where the demons are still inside of you, or you fall victim to the obsession and oppression, right? Because we're all under attack. The attacks don't stop. It's just whether or not those spirits are being allowed inside of your temple.
Right, because brothers all got testimonies of, shit that we couldn't explain that happened to us. We didn't see, actual spirits like in our house. Shit been moved. We seen shit floating.
Yep.
You look and you see a fucking face, peeking out your door, and they'll quickly move.
Yep.
Brothers have dreams of all type of bugged out shit. So that's how we know this shit is real, man. And it's only getting worse as we get closer and closer to the end.
Facts. Finish it out.
The threshold. And so that means that by the mercy of God, most people who commit mortal sin do not become possessed. But the number of evil things that people are doing is opening up the door to demons getting more influence in this life. Then, of course, there's the increase in the occult. We're seeing this all over the place. The amount of occult material, the occult activity is drastically on the increase. And as exorcists, we're seeing it across the board. The other thing that we're seeing is,
Yeah,
right, part of the
real quick. They're saying the occult, keep mentioning that because the things that these people are doing behind the scene is becoming more mainstream and more acceptable to be talked about and done in public now, man.
Right.
This is another reason why this shit is getting more out of control.
It's amplifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool to be a witch, warlock, sorcerer, demon.
Yeah.
You know?
Before 1963, the average time to liberate someone from full possession was 1 to 2 days. Average time. After 1963, what used to take 1 to 2 days went to 8 months to 2 years to liberate the average person. Then it's now on average 4 years to liberate somebody. There's two reasons for that. One is because the world is much more evil and demons are a lot more powerful. The second component is that exorcisms work what they call ex opere operantis ecclesiae. What does that mean? It means how holy the people are in the Catholic Church determines how effective my prayers are when I walk into session. That tells us that there's a fundamental problem with the numbers of the church.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. That's a great video, priest. Let me play one more. Bear with us.
Now I want to make mention real quick too, because what that priest was saying was somewhat, like I said, you gotta take the meat, spit the bones out, because the Most High has given some of these priests the power to actually exorcise those demons. So what he's saying is of a truth, but the amount of holiness in the Catholic Church, that's bullshit.
Right.
The Catholic Church ain't holy, bro. The holiness is determined off of the Israelites, man.
That's right.
All right, because when Israel is more, in tune with the Lord, the better the earth is. But since our people are so detached from the Lord, this is why everything is so demonic now, man.
Yeah. Nope. This stuff is wild, man. But when you watch these videos and you go through the articles like we were going through, you see why the world why the world is the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes total sense. The Lord basically gave this place over to demons, to Satan, man. This is his realm. I'm going to play this last video. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Then we'll grab a scripture and wrap it.
After that, then what happens is the culture, the next three demons show up. The first is Asmodeus. He's the demon of homosexuality in men. Then there's the demon of Leviathan, which is the demon of homosexuality in men, but of the masculine kind. These are the women who are heavy on the heels, we would say. Okay. Then there is the spirit of Lilith, which is the more seductive form of female homosexuality. After those have gained ascendancy in a culture, which, by the way, if you look at the cultures, every single culture is pushed in this direction.
Exactly. You don't see that? Look at the state of America right now, man. Everybody's fucking weird and bugged out and moles and transformed. Right? It's over out here, man.
Right.
Okay.
And the history behind that, it always shows you that when a society is about to collapse, it always goes in that direction.
Exactly.
Okay. So, historically, not just ours, but historically, this is always the progression. Once you have fornication, you end up with contraception, and then the upshot of that is homosexuality and then abortion. Baphomet is the fifth one, and he's the demon of child sacrifice, abortion. In our culture, think of this. They shot down the fornication laws, and so they delivered us into the hands of Baal. Then they had Roe versus Wade and delivered us into the hands of Baphomet. And then they allowed gay marriage. And so now our country politically is in the hold of the top 5 demons in hell other than Satan. They delivered us into.
Damn, that's heavy, man. So what more can we say? All right. It's over for this place, man. All right. And the Lord is allowing these demons to increase, man. This is how you know it's about to be a wrap for this place, man.
Look, we showed you the white man to tell you, since you don't want to believe the so-called black people when we bring this shit out. So the devil himself is letting you know how this shit is getting, man.
Exactly.
If I get this real quick. In the text commentary for Ephesians 6 and 12, it reads, "We conclude that by principalities and powers, Paul means the world of axioms, the principles of politics, religion, economics, society, of morals, and biology, of history and culture, right? So all these spirits, right, all these demons, like the dude in the video was saying, right, it's every aspect of this society that's plagued with these spirits, man.
Right. So there's multiple high-level demons that got power over these people, man. That's why everybody's all over the place, man.
Prince of Power.
Man.
That's it, man. You know, we could hold the CERN aspect of it. I mean, those that's watching, you know, you get it, man. It's just, this is real demonic warfare out here, man. All right. So you got to be prayed up. You got to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Shah, man. Hey, I feel like this lesson makes it clear here, man. Right? These forces are real.
Right.
People are tapped into all types of demonic energies, and this is why you see this the mindset and the functionality of these people, man. These people are through, man. You know.
That's right.
So, hey, Lord willing, you know, hey, we stay in this thing. The Lord Yahweh Shem Shah keeps us in the midst of this spiritual warfare, man. You know, because like you said, hey, we're all subjected to this to these forces, but the only way to combat it is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's it, man. You know. So, hey, as this man is matter of fact, give me that last scripture, 2 Thessalonians 2, about only he now letteth will elect. Give me that, because hey, this is all part of the of Esau's blessing, his sword, man. You know, he's got the CERN, the Hydro Collider, whatever it's called. He's tapping in, opening portals up, trying to communicate with the other side. This is real shit, man. Right? So we got to be equipped with the armor of the Lord, man, to get through this battle, man, this war.
That's
you
right.
know.
It's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 6. And now you know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
Right, and we're in the time of Esau being revealed, the so-called white man, starting with the elites. All right, Amalek. Go ahead.
For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Right, so the mystery of iniquity is already at work, man. All right, through his witchcraft, his sorcery. All right, his demonic influence over the planet. All right, the things that he's pushing, his biological warfare. All right, what he's doing to the food, the water, and the air. How he's fucking with people's brains and minds, his technology, everything. Nuclear war. All right, his missile technology, everything, man. He's already at work. Read it again for me one more time.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Right. Only now he will let until he be taken out of the way. So Esau has a role to fill on the left-hand side. All right. He is the wicked, man. Okay. So the Lord set him up to fulfill, you know, his duty on the left-hand side before Yahweh Shem Shah destroys him and takes him out of the way. So these things have to happen. All right. This is why the earth is in its most demonic state that it's ever been. All right. And we live in a time where the planet Earth is worse than the flood.
Hell yeah.
You see that? And this is why the Lord is going to bring forth the second death, which is going to be what? Nuclear fire, man. Okay.
That's right.
So you see it, man. There's nothing else we can really tell you, man. Hey, just continue to be prayed up and Yahweh Shem Shah, man. You know, you brothers got anything you want to add in there? That's it, man. All right. Well, look, we pray that you sincere listeners out there were informed and also edified, man. All right. Heavy times that we live in, man. But hey, Yahweh Shem Shah got us. All right. We're going to close out by giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there laboring in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers.
Shalom.
And shalom to the elect. Shalom. Hey, that's heavy work, priest.
Ooh, spirit.